New year, new you. Some people's New Year's resolution might often lead you to the gym, where you can start off the year on the right track. Every single morning, Hope Wadley wakes up and comes to the common room of the Hills dorm. Except one morning turned out a little differently. She sat right here and played the piano, and she recorded a song to tweet out. And over 15,000 likes later, Hope Wadley has become a viral sensation. Hi, my name is Regan Blissett from GVSULakers.com, and today we dive in and talk to Ben Walling, who's on the men's swim and dive team. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. The Friends of Grand Rapids Park say they are reaching out to city residents to help reach their tree canopy goal. You can find out more information by visiting friendsofgrparks.org. So now we want you to join me. Every time we play the video, we want you to respond, "It's a great day to be a Laker baby."
We're holding on by our hands 18 feet up, so that is danger itself, I suppose.
When it comes to dance, we imagine the art form being performed on the ground, not 18 feet up. Aerial Dance Chicago is redefining how we think of dance. While most people think it's something you do on a stage, Karen Fischel-Doyle says aerial dance reaches new heights, literally.
Aerial Dance Chicago is a contemporary dance company that takes dance into the vertical floor, meaning that we go up into the space and cover the multi-dimensional area from floor to air and from the traditional stage as well, right to left.
The ADC founder, Chloe Jensen, started the company back in 1999. She began by experimenting with different methods to move above ground, sometimes high above ground. Keep in mind, there's no safety net here, just a lot of training and trust.
We do not rely on any extra mechanical devices. It's all human power, meaning that we have to trust each other, we have to hold each other's hands, we have to climb our own fabrics, we have to spread our own fabrics. And I think what it is it's quite amazing to the audience when they see that it can be just as smooth as a transitional state of dance on the traditional stage.
I've never once had a crazy scare or anything like that, but I will say sometimes when you get up on the stage outside of your studio rehearsal, it's definitely like a little trippy at first, but it's more of like an adrenaline, like riding a roller coaster.
ADC brought their aerial expertise to perform, but also to teach. They held workshops for dance majors at GVSU. Hannah Sudam was one of those students who was fascinated by the athleticism of dancers.
I'm really fascinated by dancers' bodies. I think that they're some of the most amazing athletes in the world, and I think aerial dance shows just how strong and how athletic they are, and I'm more of an athletic build, so I want to just utilize my full power there.
Sudam understands the strength a dancer must have while remaining safe, which is the company's #1 priority. Nielsen keeps herself safe by staying in the zone while she performs.
I have to count. It's a meditation for me, so I feel like I perform, but I keep myself a little bit not going too crazy to be safe and consistent. It's very self-rewarding knowing that it's really hard and you just did all of that.
Sudam says she admires Nielsen's athleticism and grace. She hopes one day to follow in her footsteps.
I thought it was an amazing opportunity to get connected with them and see what they're all about before I actually move out there and audition for them.
In Allendale, I'm Regan Blissett. Clapping erupted in the courtroom after the sentencing of USA Gymnastics ex-sports doctor Larry Nassar. After more than 6 days hearing from Nassar's victims, Ingham County Judge Aquilina sentenced the 54-year-old to 40 to 175 years in prison. This sentence will take place after his 60-year sentence for federal child pornography charges.
I've regained my strength, that I'm no longer a victim.
For over 2 decades, Nassar worked for Michigan State University and USA Gymnastics. Over that time, he committed a series of sexual assaults. 156 victims made statements in court. One of the youngest victims to speak was 15-year-old Emma Miller, a monthly patient of Nassar.
My last treatment was in August 2016. A week later, he was let go by MSU.
Miller's words and the rest of the victims did not go unnoticed by Nassar as he released a 6-page letter to the judge to stop the victim statements.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Went on to say hearing the victims make made-up stories about him was a nightmare. The nightmare will continue for MSU as the NCAA will be investigating how the university handled the situation. Michigan House of Representatives passed a resolution calling for the MSU President Lou Simon's resignation. But for now, Nassar will begin his 175-year sentence. In Grand Rapids, I'm Regan Blissett. For the last 42 years, Marge's Donut Den has been a staple in the West Michigan community. Located on 28th Street in Wyoming, Wilson sells a variety of donuts, cakes, cookies, and cupcakes. She says the best part about her job is making people happy.
I honestly think a donut is a donut, but if you really care what you're doing and you're concerned about it and you strive for the very best, you have to have people that care that much. And I have really good employees.
Lining the walls, you'll find the Donut Den's Wall of Fame. Those are the awards that Wilson's won over the years, including an MLive Top 13 award for Best Donut in 2014. But her favorite award is the one named after her. The Marge Wilson Award is a Service and Leadership Award by the American Business Club. Her success seems to spring from her close relationship with customers.
On my 20th anniversary, I started selling the t-shirts, and then people would go wherever they'd go on vacation and send me a picture of them. So we have t-shirt pictures from Australia, Ireland, all different places.
One of the places Wilson has impacted is Nigeria. She collaborated with Carrie James and Reverend Peter Amogo to create the Samuel Amogo Foundation in 2012. The project builds clean water wells for villages in southeastern Nigeria.
So Marge took it upon herself and talked to another friend, and they made it happen, and God really blessed her and is blessing Nigeria because of it.
Wilson says her passion for helping others comes from her dedication to her business and to her customers. They become an extended part of her family. Speaking of family, her own sister has worked by her side for 12 years.
Well, I think it's the total family, small town, family-owned business atmosphere that people can't get everywhere this day and age.
Robert Diemter has been making Marge's Donut Den a tradition for 30 years.
It's always friendly and nice and good people in here. I always enjoyed the donuts and enjoy seeing Marge.
Marge's Donut Den has seen a lot of memories made over the years, and according to Marilyn Free, this Donut Den will see many more.
It's going to be around here for 42 years. It's going to be here another number of years, let me tell you.
In Wyoming, I'm Regan Blissett. Every single morning, Hope Wadley wakes up and comes to the common room of the Hills dorm. Except one morning turned out a little differently. She sat right here and played the piano, and she recorded a song to tweet out. And over 15,000 likes later, Hope Wadley has become a viral sensation.
Closure without closure, the voice that never spoke.
Wadley had no idea that people would love the song as much as she did. But over 120,000 streams later on Spotify and almost 500,000 views, people just can't get enough.
Yeah, during that time of my life was really just overthinking a lot, kind of driving myself nuts. And I really just wanted to film it so that in case I didn't have closure with anybody, maybe that would help.
Wadley is no stranger to music. She first started singing and writing songs when she was 6 years old. Now you can find her on iTunes and Spotify. Last fall, her extended play featured 6 original songs. Her roommate Sheila Babbitt thinks Wadley rightfully deserves the spotlight.
She deserves everything, all the attention, because she's so humble. It's cool to be like, whoa, that's my roommate, like she's doing big things.
To Wadley, her music means friendship, as she thinks of her songs as friends. She enjoys the freedom to create people and stories within her songs. People she can relate to, people she might want to be friends with.
I think it's hard to understand unless you get it, but I just love being able to write a song as if you're writing a person, and you have this blank page, like a blank person, and you just throw in whatever characteristic you want them to have, and they're able to be exactly what you need during that time.
She hopes her listeners find a friend in her music too, which people can do online or on the street. Whaley's also a street performer trying to raise a little cash. People will find her barefoot and singing with her guitar in Ann Arbor.
Every different place is a different sound, a different song. So I like to travel around and just hear all the different music that places have.
Whaley's travels can be found in her music, but when she's not singing or writing songs, she's just like every other college student. Some customers are amazed finding out she's a singer.
She mentioned music. She said she was going home over break, and she's like, oh, I got to bring my notebook. And I'm like, what's the notebook? And she's like, oh, it's where I write all my songs and I make music. And I'm like, oh, are you on iTunes or something? She's like, yeah. And she told me her name, and I looked it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Whaley hopes to continue to surprise people with her talents while dreaming big and hoping her listeners enjoy her music too.
If I ever got the opportunity to open for a band and just tour, that would be a dream. I'd absolutely love that.
Whaley hopes to build that stronger connection with her audience. In Allendale, I'm Regan Blissett. New year, new you. Some people's New Year's resolution might often lead you to the gym, where you can start off the year on the right track. Many declare their workout goals on social media, the same place where thousands were talking about those crazy hats they saw in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
I love that we were able to coordinate with the Rockin' New Year's Eve with Jenny McCarthy. It really set a tone for the beginning of the year. Sometimes people don't enjoy coming to the gym, but Jenny McCarthy really set up that excitement for us. So everybody is excited to come to the gym.
This time of year, Planet Fitness is swamped with new members. Personal trainer David Laponzi tells newbies to keep workouts simple and doable.
First and foremost, to have clear, realistic expectations of what they can actually achieve. Not, I'm going to get to the gym every day this month. Maybe choose 3-4 days out of the week that you can make it to the gym for sure.
In January, this place can be a zoo, and that has some longtime members complaining to management that they can't get to the equipment they need.
So at this club, we are 24/7, so we really tell anyone that's concerned that they can come in at any time and get their workout in. Otherwise, we do have tons of cardio here too, so there's really never any wait times for machines like that.
Chad Tatro has been a member since this Planet Fitness opened last year. He says he's never had a problem finding equipment to use.
It's like the first time I stepped in here, it's like house family. They're just very welcoming, warm-hearted. If you're having a bad day, they're going to definitely put a smile on your face.
Not only has Planet Fitness seen an increase of members, but also the Recreation Center at Grand Valley State University. However, one college student has a more extreme fitness journey ahead of her. Her name is Brooke Ballman, a national bikini competitor.
I've been in prep for 11 weeks. I have a 22-week prep. I work out, I lift weights 6 times a week. I do cardio 6 times a week. I have 1 full rest day. I can spend anywhere from 2 to 3 hours at the gym right now.
Bauman is no stranger to the spotlight. It started 3 years ago when she found a passion for nutrition. She combined that passion with bodybuilding and discovered her love for competing. Now she's getting ready for her 5th competition on March 31st. Bauman, or known as Muscle Barbie Brooke on Instagram, shares her fitness journey with over 25,000 followers. She wants her followers to know anyone can accomplish their fitness goals too.
Some people look at fitness Instagrams like, oh, she's intimidating. Like, I don't want that. I want to be able to put out there that, yes, this is what I look like and this is what I can do, but I want you to know that you can too.
Bauman says a New Year's resolution is a great opportunity for a lifestyle change.
One of the people that always encourage newcomers into the gym, I think that the New Year's aspect of it is a great mindset change.
While most people here are just trying to lose a little weight, Bauman's resolution is to be fitter and stronger than ever. From Allendale, I'm Regan Blissett. As we mentioned last week, 2017 has been an exciting year for us here at West Side Stories. After 10 pilot shows and a lot of hard work, we are proud to be a regular weekly show right here at WGBU's Life Channel. More and more Michigan companies and businesses across the United States are turning to social media to market their products. Callie produced this story a couple of days ago on how some GVSU students are marketing products for brand names and making a little money on the side. And I'm Regan Blissett, and we'll see you next week.